What up, people?
Hey, let the camera turn on first, bud.
Oh, shit.
Maybe we caught you going, I don't know. We'll see. But it's fine because you still know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about too.
Hell yeah.
That's why we're here doing our podcast called I Know What I'm Talking
I
About.
know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm
talking about.
Perfect. Okay, great. I love these awkward starts. They really help me get in the zone, you know?
And it's genuine too, guys. You're awkward as shit.
It's funny, like we've said this before, but like the second it starts recording, there's just like a moment of like you gotta get used to it.
Right.
Like everything resets. Like we try to like talk and chat and stuff before, but for some reason that little red light just like makes you go a little bit like
It means something.
yeah, for real. But you know what? It also means that I could just mess everything up and we'd have to redo it anyway. So it doesn't matter. What am I gonna do?
We live and we learning.
Yeah, and you know what? We're moving on. We're moving past that. Let's move on. Man, so we haven't recorded in a while actually, but I did see you last weekend.
Yeah.
We did our traditional old man breakfast.
Oh yeah.
This is where us and a few of our friends get up early in the morning on a weekend and go enjoy breakfast at a diner.
We beat the kids out while they're still in college.
Where's that jar?
And we beating them fucking kids.
We need a podcast jar actually.
I'm down.
No, but we met up with a couple of homies. Our buddy Mike, was his birthday that day, and his wife was cool enough to throw him an awesome surprise party for his 40th.
I saw the pictures. That was dope.
It was real fun.
Shout out to the wifey on that one.
She did a great job, and we were kind of employed with helping, keep him distracted so we could get the surprise all done and everything. So Old Man Breakfast helped with that. But I bring this up to tell you what happened to me on the way to that party. So despite not drinking, I decided to Uber because I don't like driving and parking specifically in Deep Ellum.
Fuck that shit.
And so I called an Uber. It's the first time I got an Uber from my apartment. So, whatever, just like go get in this car. And it's this like Middle Eastern guy, starts out super nice, very cool, just like, talking to me. And I'm fine with drivers talking to me, And he's like, so where are you heading down Deep Ellum? Go have some fun?
Like, duh, did you look at the fucking thing? I'm joking.
I was like, well, half of that. I'm going to Deep Ellum, but I don't really like going to Deep Ellum too much anymore. Like, it's not really my scene anymore. And this man goes, yeah, it's really gone downhill since all these black people started going there.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yo, I love it.
Dude, I was so caught off guard. And I was like, I just immediately responded. I was like, okay, that was really uncalled for. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to say that.
Dude.
And he goes, well, I'm just saying, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, no, like, you're going to double down on this?
He's like, I'm stupid. Would you not let me tell you how stupid I am?
No, he was trying to defend his point of view and double down. And he literally like got to like, well, no, I'm just saying. Cause like when the black people started going, I was like, bro. And I just cut him off. And I was like, okay, honestly, I was like, that was super racist. And we can just stop having this conversation right now. And he was like, well, no. Like, and then he started trying to apologize. And I was like, no, I was like, bro, stop talking to me. Like, we're absolutely done.
For sure.
And I was heated, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck gave this guy the like balls to just come right out and say that?
Yo, he saw you crack the door open and drop kick that fucker all the way in.
Dude,
like, I know where you're going with this story.
For real. I was like, dude, like, no, bro, like, I'm going to meet up with my fucking friends who most of them are black down there right now. What the fuck are you saying to me, dude?
Yo, at least hide it with like talk, like hoodlums.
those urban.
Jinx on that one.
For real. God damn it. Dude, I was fucking furious. Like I was sitting back there like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And I texted a couple of people, and the thing that was like the worst part of it was like we were still here.
Yeah.
Like
you
we
didn't
weren't even
leave.
out
God
of this neighborhood.
Bless.
And we had so much further to go. And it was just in silence the whole time. Or most of the time until we were halfway down the tollway and the dude put on a fucking rap station. I was like, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
He's like, shit, maybe I can save this and get at least 1 star.
My God, dude, I have never gone in that app and taken my tip away so fast. That was wild.
Dude, people, it's nuts. I mean, I hear those stories. Like, it's been a while since like anything like that has happened around me in my vicinity. But I hear those stories, and it always cracks me up to like think these people are so comfortable with their racism and like racist comments and like thoughts. Like, you can have that thought, but if you want to talk about it, wait for the for sure confirmation that that's where they're 100%. Going, and not fucking put your whole foot in your mouth.
No, man.
Dude,
I was not wearing a fucking MAGA hat or anything to make this dude think that was the direction this conversation was going. I don't know where that came from.
He saw you in your old truck once upon a time and he's like, I know this guy. Dude.
I mean, I was wearing a camo hoodie and a shirt that said, fuck those masks or something. I don't know. No, dude, it was wild. It was fucking wild. Dude. And it's funny because every time I've told that story, everybody assumes that the driver was white.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, no, he wasn't. And then so I was caught off guard too. He was a brown, one of the bad ones. Yeah. Not a bad brown. He was just one of the bad people. I'm not making the racist comments here.
He's one of those brown ones. It's God. I don't know. It's interesting, so but like blatant. You hear about like different, like I don't know, like different brown people having different thoughts about specific brown people, and it's so interesting. Where I'm like, God, man, if you could just like take 2 steps back and realize like I'm not adding to anything helpful. I'm only adding to negative things,
right? And
like to have those thoughts like so in the forefront of your mind for like, yep, those black people,
dude, like,
and no shame in it either.
None. It was wild. It was so fucking wild. I couldn't believe that shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was upset for the rest of the evening, honestly. I was just like, I couldn't believe that's how fast it happened. He didn't ease into that shit whatsoever.
Yeah. Weird.
God.
I have 2 different things to go off on this. And it's a funny story, very similar to, but this happened so long ago in my life. I want to guess I was maybe 18 years old. I had it down bad for this chick.
Oh, shit.
She
no
was
good
like,
story starts out like this.
Right. And like what sucks is like she didn't do anything bad. Like the story ends with she didn't do anything bad.
Right.
I'm hanging out with her. I'm like trying to let her know that I'm interested in her and I'd like to see if like she'd be interested in dating. We're hanging out, her friends all around, and we're watching a movie. Remember the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Is Remember the Titans is a quarterback? No. Remember the Titans had Sunshine as a quarterback, right?
Fuck, I don't know.
There was a football movie back in the day around 2005 where there's a black quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's very specific to the story because we're watching this movie. It's dark.
Yeah.
I am the only black guy there.
Uh-huh.
And a new person arrived as we were watching a movie.
This dude,
didn't see me at all, talking shit in this movie. And he's like, there was a scene or a section where like they weren't doing well. Like, surprise, surprise, a sports movie where like the main team is going to not do well until they start doing well at the very end. He's like, God, this black quarterback sucks. Who puts a black? There isn't even a good black quarterback anyway.
What the fuck?
Had no idea I was in there. And I could just feel the room change because everyone else is like, fuck, he doesn't know. How do we say something? We don't say something. And in my head, I'm like, it's already too late. Like, this is who you're friends with.
Right.
Like, this is the circle that I'm going to be around. Like, I'm fucking good. And I'm like, hey guys, this has been real. And I just stood up and walked out.
Yes.
And I looked at him as I was walking out. I was like, y'all have a good night.
Holy shit.
And I could feel everything. And like everyone's pissed at this dude. But I'm like, y'all probably just allow him to say shit like
that's
that.
That's not the first time he fucking said some shit like that.
And like your Uber driver, that's definitely not the first time he's had a conversation with a customer in his car.
God damn, dude.
I was heated at the moment, and like I don't watch football, so I don't have anything to rebuttal. But like I talked to a friend who does, it's like, I'm sorry. But he like listed like this, and that, and like I was like, I wish I knew that then. It would have been so much better for me to go in with that.
God damn it, dude, that's insane, man.
Yeah. This is growing up black in Texas,
dude. Yeah,
the chick wasn't white either. The dude, I'm sure was. She was like, I think she was Hispanic, like mixed with something else, like Hispanic or something, like because she wasn't like, I don't know. I've met other siblings and they seem more white, so I'm like, maybe she's mixed with white or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
dude,
wild.
The worst part about that type of shit is that like even if you did like have like a fucking killer like rebuttal and like you know whatever, even if it's like funny or perfect, whatever it is. You're not satisfied coming back out of that. You know what I mean? It's not the same as like winning a regular argument.
No.
Oh, that shit sucks, dude.
They fucking are among us.
For real.
I mean, I will say this. I love that they aren't hiding who they are now. They're wearing these bright ass red hats with white lettering on them. I'm like, thank you. Let me avoid you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me avoid you.
And especially if you know them, you're like, I'm going to block you. You're out of my life, bitch. Like, I hate this shit,
dude. I don't know. It's wild. It's so wild.
I'm feeling okay about how much I'm being able to like dissociate right now and like not be fully immersed in the like stressfulness of everything that's happening right now.
For sure.
Like I know that's a privileged point of view as well, but I also know it's not going to last, and I'm just trying to like.
Be ready for that.
Yeah, like
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, it's gonna get so much fucking worse. Right. But
I hope within reason. Like I mean, right now, like we're lucky. Our natural disaster has been 4 inches of snow.
I know.
Poor California, man. God. I see that shit and I'm like, that's terrifying.
It is, man. And like in the very beginning, it was hard to like get a grasp of exactly what was going on, you know, from the outside looking in. But like as more and more footage and shit just like has been revealed, it's just like, holy shit. And like, there haven't been very many people that I personally know that have been, you know, lost anything. But I do know some people that have had to evacuate and, you know, like neighborhoods and things like that. And then like, other like artists and stuff that I follow, I've seen posting stuff where they lost their houses and shit. But yeah,
how did you find out about it first? Because my introduction of like all the fires that's going on currently was a little interesting for what I saw. But I'm curious about like, were you just like, was it news or was it like?
No, man, I'm on TikTok.
Oh,
I see everything immediately.
Not for long.
I don't have to wait 2 weeks to see it on Reels like you. I know, not for long.
Yeah, honestly, well, yeah, because it's about to be gone. But it wasn't even. I had to wait. It was a buddy who like lives in LA and like he posted a picture of like the ocean and there was just all this smoke. But like the picture wasn't clear and I was like, is that a big wave coming up or what is that? And he's like, dude, it's smoke from this fire. I was like, what fires? Like, dude, check it out. I was like, oh shit. Like, so I was seeing it kind of early on, surprisingly, but it is terrifying. And like, I hope you guys are all good. There's a couple things. I need to look through some of my clothes and see if I can donate because there's some things going on. I think there's trucks that are like showing up around either tomorrow. There might be today.
Oh, really?
Fuck. I know some people posted about it, so I have to figure out what I can do. I don't have much because I just gave away a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning on doing the same thing. I didn't know that there was any trucks or anything coming, but I was going to contact some friends over there and see if they could help facilitate or at least like tell me where I can send some stuff. I posted on my story asking if anybody, I was like, you know, if anybody knows or has like family members or friends that, you know, wear XL clothes, like I have a stack to donate. And then, it's my fault. I wasn't explicitly clear that I was talking about people affected by the fires. And then I just had some randos on my story reply and be like, I wear XL. I'm like, I'm not talking about you, dude. Like, you live in Oklahoma. Like,
yeah, right.
I'm trying to get this to people who are, you know, desperately in need of it right now.
Yep.
We can coordinate. We can get our shit out together if we need to.
For sure. What it looked like, there was a truck that was going to be driving out there. Like, and they just like you fill up the truck and they'll go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But man, not even just fires too. But San Francisco had some crazy like earthquake that happened.
Yeah.
So like I got to reach out to some of those people that I know. I'm still seeing their posts. So like, I think they're fine.
Have you ever been in an earthquake?
Yes, technically, but not enough to realize that was what I was dealing with.
So you haven't been in a real bad earthquake?
I've been lucky.
I have. And I'm going to tell you, it's fucking terrifying. And it was funny because it happened when I first moved to LA. I was working at a job where there were a lot of transplants. And so like half of us, that was our first experience with that. And the other half, they were just like, what? Like it wasn't a big deal. Like we literally like ducked and hid under our desks. Like, you know, like we were told to do or whatever. And then when it stopped and we all came crawling out, all the other LA like natives were like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
They didn't teach y'all how to do this out in Texas. They should.
Exactly. Dude, and it's funny because then they were like, how can you be scared of earthquakes? You guys get like crazy tornadoes. And I was like, tornadoes? Who cares? Like, and they're like, tornadoes are terrifying. I'm like, earthquakes are terrifying. Yeah. It's just a matter of what you grew up around.
For sure. Now, definitely was a tornado, but some fucking high winds I lived through.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? That was like almost like a year ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the crazy storms that came through with those winds.
When the trees and everything were falling over.
I legit was having a panic attack. Like Sarah was at work at the hospital. I'm like, is she good? There's all those windows in the hospital. Like, I hope they're fine and safe in there.
Right.
And like the wind was just so loud. That's the scary part. Cause like, if you just drop me down and like, all right, it's either wind or alien abduction. Like, I'm like freaking out. Like, I don't know which one because it's so loud out there. Because like
one is scary.
Yeah, I don't know which one I want it to be.
For real, I think I might choose aliens at this point.
Let's see some shit.
Yeah, that was crazy. That I remember like the neighborhood. I mean, there was like there was a house like 3 or 4 houses down from us where a tree fell and crushed the garage.
Oh shit.
And like the roof of their garage only. And then like a couple of blocks away, like things started getting real crazy. There was like 3 houses in a row where trees fell over and crushed the cars, crushed the neighbor's house. There was a tree that it looked like it was probably like 80 or 90 years old, uprooted completely. Like I have pictures of all this shit. It's crazy, dude.
I got some, but nothing crazy like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
our neighborhood got hit really bad.
Yeah, we used to live like super close to each other. Dude, yeah. I just remember waking up at 6 a.m. from like the natural disaster alert that comes to your cell phone, and I'm like, that's weird. And like, it is pretty hard how hard the rain is. And then I lay back down and I'm like, ooh, hold up. This sounds a little too loud.
Dude.
Like I can't even just like relax and get back to sleep. But like the windows are shattering.
Yeah.
Not shattering. They're shaking and shuddering so much. And I'm like, are they about to break?
Dude, yeah, it's terrifying, man.
You hear all the stories about 2x4s running through trees. And I'm like, I bet a 2x4 could run through this door and this wall.
Dude, for real.
Am I safe here?
For
what
real,
is the safest part of this house?
God. Luckily, I wasn't nearly as terrified as I could have been because I didn't see the destruction that was happening around me until after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I don't even think I think we did lose power, but like afterwards, like going out into the neighborhood, it was like, holy shit. I mean, like, honestly, we got lucky. Like we had a little like flood issue at the time, like, because it was rain and wind, but like, it wasn't nearly as bad. Like our storage room flooded. Yeah. And, but it was insured. It took forever. I literally didn't get the payout for that thing until I was already in this apartment.
Yeah. And now those fucking insurance companies are like, peace out.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Y'all shit's on fire. We just took that off ours. That's crazy. You didn't notice we took fire off of our covered list?
A fucking scam. Everything is a fucking scam.
Dude, and we will judge the fuck out of y'all.
Dude, speaking of scams.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, I told you this. I was helping a friend who had got surgery, and I stayed at their apartment a couple nights in a row. And Dallas has been rampant with these fucking like register your car as a guest at apartments. Like it's like a fucking total stupid issue here. And I forgot to register on like the second night.
Ooh, I know they were happy for that shit.
Man, my thing, like I was able to find out later, my parking hadn't even expired for 2 hours before they fucking towed me.
Dude, they were waiting. They were like, ooh, look at this nice car.
Bro, I was so mad. Like I went and I had been staying there. And so I was leaving to like pop in over here, take a shower, get some more clothes, blah, 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 whatever. And I like walked out of the apartment and I clicked my little button and I was like, go back into the apartment. Hey, my car got towed. Awesome. But like,
I can't even imagine. Like I've had my car towed once, and like the thought of you're walking to your car and like, my car is not where I left it.
It's horrible,
dude.
It's horrendous. And so, long story short, it was a disaster trying to get it back. The place, I shouldn't say disaster. It was a horrible situation. That place sucked. The environment there was horrible. The line was so long. There was like 20 people in line in front of me, and I felt a little bit shitty because halfway through this whole ordeal, I had been there about 45 minutes and nobody had got their car yet. That line of 20 people had not moved. And so after 45 minutes, the first person finally gets their car. And as soon as they leave, one of the employees comes out and is like, all right, sorry, y'all, but our internet went out and we can't take any card payments anymore. And I was like, what?
How convenient.
Yeah. And so we're all just sitting around like, what the fuck? And like most of the other people in there don't speak English. And they're trying to get their car back. But I'm sitting there realizing like they don't speak English. And that's why their car got towed in the first place, because they can't really read the signs. They can't really read the nuances of the rules. You have to register. You got to do all this shit, blah, 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 whatever.
Certain time.
Like, it's just so fucking predatory. And then, so those people who didn't really speak English kind of started like wandering outside. They're like calling their friends. They're doing whatever. Then like other people in there are like translating for them, telling them what the lady just said. So the room starts kind of dissipating. I see an ATM. And I see some other people using it. And I was like, fuck, man, I'm going to try. So I was able to get some cash out and everybody had walked away.
Yeah.
And so I walked up to what was left of the line and I was fourth in line.
Nice.
And I ended up getting out of there in like an additional like 15 minutes. And I felt bad because some of those people started coming back and getting back in the line. But I was like, man, I can't fucking deal with this today. Like I'm normally totally ready and willing to be a good person and let you get your spot back in line. But that day,
there are exceptions.
I couldn't do it, man. I felt bad, but I couldn't fucking do it. And I did what I considered to be my part, which was paying attention, knowing exactly what I needed to get ready up there. I had everything ready. I got up and away from that window in 5 minutes.
See, that's how you would think they don't care.
Yeah.
But it's like, no one's even like doing like their minimal effort of trying to do that.
Right.
Multiple languages have the sign up, have a giant sign that says this is needed, this is needed,
100%.
this is needed.
Like they're and it's like a scam. Like they're trying to get people in there. They're trying to fuck them over, and they're trying to find ways to charge them more. And like paying with cash. Oh, we don't have change. And I was like, and I heard them telling other people that. God. So at this point, I was like, I don't give a fuck.
You don't have change. That's some bullshit,
dude. So I had to pay $180 to get out of there. But like when I talked to someone earlier on the phone, they told me it was going to be 179. So I had 180 in cash, and I was ready to eat that $1, right? But when I got up to the window, she told me it was actually only 172. And I was like, and she was like, but we don't have any change. And I was like, I don't give one single fuck. Eating that $8 was nothing. I was already prepared to pay 180. I was like, I told the lady, I was like, I was about to offer to Venmo you $300 just to get out of here before I had cash. So
you know that they use that information like, hey man, this guy was about to pay us more. Maybe we need to figure out how we can get.
Right. I might have fucked over a bunch of people in the line behind me.
It's fucking bullshit to say their internet's down, so we're only taking cash. And I'd put some money. Maybe their nephew or their grandson got into ATM machines and put one in there. And
dude,
like, hey man,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Have them have to use my stuff, and like maybe I'll kick you guys back some cash here and there.
They're like, every 45 minutes, just make a fake announcement that your internet's down.
It is like fucking trying to go to McDonald's at night. I don't know if you've had this issue, but like there's 2 different McDonald's I've gone to where like at night, hey guys, just let you know, our card machine's down, so it's cash only.
Bro, what?
I'm like, bull fucking shit, your machine's down. Y'all either pocketing money or y'all know that people don't have cash on like they used to, so you don't have to deal with anybody.
They're trying not to do the extra work and shit.
It's one of the two, and I refuse to believe. Yeah, I refuse to believe their machine's just down. McDonald's,
dude,
such a large corporation to have any kind of operating building, not have a way to get their machines to work properly.
Because anybody higher up the chain is going to be like, no, we're getting this working. Yeah. We're getting paid.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I've been very close to calling some management. Like, hey, do you know what happens at 11 o'clock every night at this McDonald's over here? Dude. Don't ask how I know this. A friend told me. That's how I found out. Listen, we listen, we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. That is fucking accurate. Yep. My favorite new trend right now.
Yes, and a fucking perfect segue into this. Do we do this before I get into it, or do we just say this for the whole section?
Do whatever you're about to do. I'm here for it.
Let's do it again for a clip.
All right, yeah.
We listen and we don't judge. Whenever I was, this is a crazy segue. I was maybe 4 years old, 5 years old, and this is a memory I distinctly have. I found my dad's Sam's Club card. And what's funny about this is I'm named after my dad. My dad's name is Sam. We have the same middle name and last name. Everything's the same.
Yo.
I found his Sam's Club card and I was like, oh shit. You got a club? What kind of club we got? This is so interesting. I was like, I ain't never heard of us having a club. Why did my dad not tell me about this? How old do I got to be before I get into this club?
Holy shit. I love it. I love it.
The look on my dad's face when I talked to him about
He was judging.
Then he looked at me and was like, I think I got to go get some milk. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God. That's so fucking funny.
Dude, I swear to God, that's been a thing I've been trying to figure out how to turn into a joke. I think I can make that one work for stand-up.
Dude, that's so good.
But legit, so heartbroken. And maybe I'm just going to start my own actual Sam's Club.
I think you should. I think you absolutely should. We should do a logo flip for the podcast for Sam's Club. Yo. God.
Oh, for sure we should.
We listen and we don't judge.
We do not. Please do not.
That's so good. I feel like my story from the last episode was we listen and we don't judge.
Hey, fuck yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, yeah, that's good. That's fucking good.
That was the second one I remembered. But a new one that's like a true, we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
Whenever I ride my bike on Katy Trail, I turn on the rap music to make people move the fuck out of the way. And yo, the more aggressive the rap, the better. And I want to send a huge shout out to that Mexican OT because you make motherfuckers move. Dude, they turn around quick and part ways. It's annoying because like I get it. Like people don't like cyclists because you can be aggressive and like you yell. The only reason I yell angrily is because you didn't listen to the first two, like on your left, on your left. And I've lost count how many times I've seen people walk their dogs with the leash around their waist.
God, I hate that.
They're on their phone, they're talking to their friend, and they're not worried about their dog. And like so many times they're going this way, and like two people have dogs, and their dogs meet in the middle, and now you've legit blocked the entire path. Right. It blows my mind. Like cyclists always pass on the left. Wouldn't it make sense just to keep your dogs to the right?
100%. It's like that simple, honestly.
The most simple, but like dog owners, man, good luck trying to tell them anything.
Dude, for real. For real.
Me and my old roommate, we were riding bikes once and like some dude had his dog and like literally way too much slack on it. And I was like, coming up on your left, and like, on, like I yell.
The
and
tone
like,
gets like more and more like aggressive as you go.
Each time, and like finally he looked, he's like, he's a dog. He doesn't understand what you're saying. And I looked at him and I was like, it's a good thing I was talking to you, motherfucker.
Dude,
move your dog.
What the fuck?
It is wild.
Dude, that's so funny though, because I had almost the exact same thing at this car towing place.
Really?
Yes. And except it was a kid. And so I'm standing in that line, right? And the person directly behind me was not one of the people who had already been there. This is a new person who showed up. and got in line right behind me. And they had a little kid with them, this little girl, and she was running back and forth behind me, right?
Yeah.
And so every like fifth time that she would run, she'd like bump into me. She hit me in the back of my leg or something, right?
Trying to take you out.
And so she hit me probably like 5 times before I decided to say something. So I turned right around to the lady behind me and I was like, hey, could you ask her to stop hitting me?
Yeah.
And she goes, she's not hitting you. She's just a little kid. And I said, that's why I'm talking to you. Like, I didn't say that to the little kid.
Right.
Because I'm not delusional that the little kid knows what the fuck she's doing.
They don't know. They need guidance.
You're the parent. This is why I'm talking to you. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Like, if I have to do something, that means I can't be lazy. Why the fuck are you trying to make me not be lazy? I have a kid. I don't want to do it. It's like, dude.
I'm like, dude, just fucking pay attention to the goddamn kid. First of all, you're not even paying enough attention to know that she is hitting me. She's hit me 5 times.
Right. Like, where are you looking?
Right. And I guarantee at her fucking phone or some shit.
Yeah.
Because she was not paying attention whatsoever. And that's so funny that you said that because it's literally the same thing. Like, I'm not talking to the fucking dog.
Right.
I'm not talking to this child, this toddler or whatever the fuck. Like, I'm talking to you, the adult, the person who's supposed to be responsible right now.
Yeah. It's funny too, because like, it's not just dogs. It is kids for me sometimes too. There was one time I was like, if this kid moves wrong, it's going to go bad. It is going to go fucking bad. I was
oh my God.
Going downhill. I was probably going maybe 30 miles an hour. So if I brake and I have to come to a stop, it's going to be at least maybe 15 feet before I'll actually come to the stop. Mm-hmm. But like, I noticed that this kid, there's 2 kids. There's one on the side and then one in the middle. And the one in the middle of like both ways is like in a stance of I'm going to hop. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Well, like at least they're facing the right way. But I'm like, let me just yell like, hey, heads up. And like, I see the parents down there.
Yeah.
And like, they turn around and I'm like, I hope this isn't going to be an issue. Oh, if they're not going to get mad, I'm like yelling at the kid, but I'm like yelling for attention. So they know, hey, just stay still. Yeah. You don't got to move. If you stay still, like everything will be fine. I can maneuver around you.
For sure. But don't do nothing, no surprises.
But you can't tell a kid that. No. And like I see the panic in their eyes. I'm like, like
about to run over a child.
Luckily, nothing bad happened. Dude. But like, I swear to God, kids, dogs, and like, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to we listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
I would never say any negative thing about a race of people or whatever, but it is always foreign people to America that don't have their kids in line whenever they're on a trail for anything.
Yeah.
They're on either side, they're going back and forth, and like the parents are just like smiling at me, and I'm like, I'm a nice cyclist.
Right.
There are so many that aren't even paying attention and like just cruise through things.
Or just are aggressive and like, want to be an asshole about it.
Your poor kids are going to pay the price for you not paying attention.
Yeah.
Y'all need to look at your kid.
Man, it's just like, it's just like a situation. For me, I don't understand it because like when I'm traveling overseas or something and I know that I'm in even another city, like I know I'm not in my element, I'm like hyper vigilant and I'm super aware of my surroundings and I'm paying attention to everything that's going on around me to the detriment of the relationship of the person that I'm with because I'm not paying attention to anything that you're fucking telling me because I'm trying to not be in this situation.
Right.
I think about being in Amsterdam. There's fucking bikes everywhere. Like that is a bike city.
I still haven't been. I need to go.
Dude, it's fucking incredible. I loved it. But there's so many places where you're like they have bike lanes everywhere. And so you're walking on the sidewalk and you could easily just be too far off to the side and they will start ringing those bells at you.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. It's like, it's not very passive aggressive when it's a bell. It's just what you do. But then you start getting too close. If you're not paying attention to that fucking bell, they will start yelling at you. And if you have any sort of empathetic bone in your body, you feel like shit. You feel like an idiot. Like, oh my God, I'm doing the stupid thing.
Right.
And so I don't understand how anybody could be in a position where they're not like, oh, my bad. I didn't. Oh, sorry. I fucked that up.
Right.
Because the second I realized I missed that little bell sound, I'm like, jumping out of the way, like, oh my God, you know?
It's because we are like nice people and we're like cautious about things. And like, I have a thing of like, I don't want to be an in the way person.
Yeah.
And like all that is like those people are just in the way and they don't even realize or care. Or maybe their pride is like, hey, who's trying to fucking yell at me? And like they get scared because you like yell and like you make them jump. So 100%. Now their pride's hurt and now, oh, why ain't moving for shit now? I'm gonna for sure be in the way.
Okay, cool. Get hit then.
I was like, yo, man.
Get wrecked.
I'm not gonna break my collarbone or shoulder.
No.
Like I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure I'm falling soft. So I'm aiming for you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You are now my cushion. God damn. Man. Oh man. Yeah, I don't get not being aware of your surroundings and not being empathetic to what is happening. Like if I'm in the way and like this is what happens here in this space, if I'm on the sidewalk and you're fucking yelling at me to get out of the way, you're the asshole.
For sure.
If we're in a shared space and I'm in the way, I'm the asshole.
Right.
Like it's that simple.
It's a sketchy world. I mean, here, I don't know about Amsterdam, but in Dallas, like being a cyclist is not. No. People don't like us.
I watched a video on YouTube that was literally about how unbikeable Dallas is. Like, it's crazy.
It's nuts. I stay on trails and I'm fine.
Dude, we're repping Dallas hard today too.
Fuck yeah, we are. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Love it. Love it.
Ooh.
Dude, we did it, man.
Another one in the books.
We fucking did it.
Earlier,
I'm proud of us.
You did something, and I tried to give you pounds, but you were so funny. You were so like covered laughing. You left me hanging. It's gonna be a funny clip.
I kind of felt it afterwards, and I saw your hand kind of close. I was like, "Damn, I think he tried to dap me up." Hey, but you know what would be dope? A dope way for y'all to dap us up?
Like, share, and subscribe.
Look at that.
I knew what I was doing.
Bro.
I knew what I was doing.
Hell yeah.
That was a good setup, but a fucking clumsy spike.
I mean, hey, it's all good, bro. We got there. We got here to the end of it.
Here at the very end. So yes.
Love it.
A better way. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.